I I had extreme dizziness to the point of convulsing. It started out originally. It started out, I believe, about 20 years ago but anxiety, panic, and anxiety, and I was working at the time, and I actually retired because of the anxiety, panic, and it got worse after I retired. I I had been to neurologists. I had been given all kinds of various drugs, and nothing would cut it. I started to just convulse. It wasn't an extreme convulsion. I didn't pass out or anything of that nature, but I couldn't stop shaking. My wife called an ambulance and took me to the hospital. Finally, a neurologist came in and he said, "You have vertigo." He said, "But you'll be okay. It'll take about 2 weeks and it'll disappear." About 2 weeks later, I came I came back there. I went to the neurologist office and he did the same test again, and he told me, "Hey, your problem is solved. You no longer have vertigo." And I said, "Oh, that's wonderful." I got up from the stand. I had to hang on to the walls, but I had gone to several neurologists. I think 5 or 6 different neurologists. I'd been to doctors. I had MRIs of my head twice. I've been through a lot of medical diagnostic procedures, and finally they said it's psychological. That your problem is something that you're voluntarily doing. Finally, this lady from Vision Specialists came down and did a presentation about prism in your glasses and what the benefits it could give you, and the symptoms of these things. And the therapist that was working with me noticed that just about everything that she brought up was a match for the condition that I was having. So she called Vision Specialist and made an appointment for me. They sent me a quiz. I completed the quiz, and ultimately they said, "Yes, you are definitely qualified for this program." So I came down to Bloomfield Hills and visited Dr. Sandy DePonio, and she spent about 4 hours with me, working with me, testing my eyes, and she put a pair of glasses on me that she could put lenses in and out of, and instantly the change was dramatic. I could bend over, I could look up, I could look around the room, and I had no feeling of convulsing. I No dizziness. So then they made a pair of glasses for me, one pair of reading glasses, one pair of distance glasses, and the the change was truly amazing, just miraculous. I couldn't believe the difference in the way I felt. I could I could function. Before I couldn't go to a grocery store. I couldn't go into crowds. I was I was stuck at home, and instantly after this happened to me, I felt immediate relief. I couldn't stop telling people about being miraculously cured of this thing that I'd been suffering for probably 20 years and didn't understand it. So I would highly recommend anybody to come here. They're really wonderful people. They've done amazing things for me.